Okay, guys. Hey, this is Sarah. This is my husband, Ed.
Hi.
And, I don't know why, but I feel dumb. And I don't normally feel dumb. Do you feel dumb?
No.
Okay, well, good. So, let me just start by saying that he did just read through the questions very quickly. This is the first time he's seen them. And I told him he had to be honest. And, also, let me just give you history. We've been married for 4 years in October. We met at church, and we were the only two single people there. I pretty much stalked him until he realized he loved me too, and then the rest is history. The entire time that we dated, I think the smallest I ever was while we dated was probably like 280. But for the most of our relationship, I've pretty much been 300 plus pounds. So this is the first time he's ever seen me this small. This is the first time I've ever seen myself this small, but, you know, except for like maybe 5th grade, I guess. I don't know why I'm saying that. But anyway, so we're just going to jump into the questions. He's also a talker, so we'll probably have to split this into like 12 videos. So we'll see. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, prior to surgery, did you have concerns about my weight and what it was going to do to my health? What it was doing to my health?
I didn't really feel like you were held back in any way. So, no, not really. I mean, I knew we were both overweight, but I didn't really. I mean, a lot of people are overweight, so I didn't. Not really.
Okay. What was your first reaction when I told you I wanted to have weight loss surgery?
I was nervous because I didn't want you to. I mean, anytime your spouse has surgery, you're nervous. Anytime they put them to sleep, you're nervous they're not going to wake up. But I knew. I mean, we had talked about it a long time, and I guess the first time I don't really know. I just the first time you ever mentioned it, I probably didn't pay a lot of attention to it. To be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Because I always just say stuff.
People. I mean, we both do that. We'll mention something in passing and then never think about it again. But
yeah.
But as it went on, I could tell it was real important to you and that it was something you wanted to do. So. Yeah,
and we also, he went with me to like the seminar. Did we do 1 or 2 seminars together?
We did 2.
Okay,
we did one
I thought we did 2.
Centennial and one at Vanderbilt both.
And so I had already done a seminar like 10 years ago before I met Ed, and well, it wasn't 10 years ago, but it's been 10 years now. But without him, so I'd done so much research in the past. So for me, it was old hat, but some of that stuff, it was the first time him hearing it. But I think that he got really educated through both of those seminars.
Definitely.
And I know that, after the first seminar, I think it was the second seminar, I think we both walked away feeling like the vertical sleeve was best for me at that point.
The first seminar I was not in, I was really lap band and that was it. I didn't really care anything about any of the other ones. And after the second one, I think I was more.
Yeah. So I think,
more with you.
Making sure that you have your spouse involved in that stuff is really important because there was just stuff that the doctors talked about that day, or like people got up and said that I couldn't have explained to him and done as good a job, obviously. But anyways. Okay, so number 3. Did you think that, what did you think when I told you I first want to make videos? Because I remember feeling really dumb about it.
Oh, I knew you'd love it. I've never seen you. I remember the first time, I think it was maybe the first or second time we ever went to your parents' house. That was what we did all afternoon.
Was watch
on
home
Sunday
videos?
afternoon was you got out home videos from when you were like 10.
Gosh. I did that?
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was you. So, I've never seen you in a picture or video that you weren't completely tickled about being in. So.
Yeah, I've always been a little bit vain. Okay, here's a good one. Number 4. When I read through these questions a while ago, he said I'm a terrible speller, and he was making fun of the way I spell. Were you afraid that after having weight loss surgery and losing weight that I would want to leave you?
No.
Never?
No.
And I should have also said, I'm not at goal, guys, so, I mean, I'm a year post-op. I should have said all that. I'm sorry I was talking in the beginning really fast. So I'm a year post-op, and just newly a year. Most of y'all probably know that. But And I'm not at goal. I still weigh, this Thursday I weigh 200.8 pounds, so I'm this close to Wonderland. So, hopefully I'm going to lose more weight. That's the goal. I think we talked about that too. But anyways.
So should I be worried when you hit goal you're going to leave me? Is that what you're saying?
No. Okay. But like, I feel like that we have a pretty strong relationship just in general, and nobody else will put up with me. That's what I keep telling people, because people at church and just random people will approach you and tell Ed that he is on his way out. He's got like 2 weeks left. People will just keep telling him that, and I'm like, don't say that. That's awful. Okay, number 5. How has our relationship changed since surgery? Or do you think our relationship has changed since surgery?
No, not really. I mean,
we don't eat out as much. Of course, we have the last 2 weeks, but
we don't eat out as much. I'm more conscious, I think. I try to be more conscious about, like, if I try to cook something or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
I try to be a little more conscious of what I'm doing, because I don't want to cook something that's yummy to me that you can't eat.
Yeah. And, like, he made gumbo a few weeks ago. He made sure he pulled some out before he put the rice in, and he uses like turkey sausage and stuff in it. And Ed gets really excited. Like, he'll buy something from the grocery store and he'll say, I got a surprise for you today. Or, something that he thinks looks good. But he knows that I can eat. So, and he's really good about that. Okay, so how do you handle my eating habits? And do you feel guilty? Like,
yes. I do feel guilty sometimes. Like, like, for instance, last night we had Applebee's and we got these pretzel things that you really couldn't eat a lot of, and they were absolutely wonderful, and I felt bad that you couldn't eat them because I knew you really like them. Yeah,
and then there's been a few times, like, just something that we were eating that was completely healthy, and it was really yummy, and I could only eat, a little tiny bite of it, a little bit of it, and I was really miserable because I wanted to eat more because it was super yummy. And most of the time we have leftovers, and I don't know why I get upset, because I know I could eat those the next day. But, yeah, I was going to say, that's my thing. I was going to say, I think you feel guilty about that, because you know when you're still enjoying it. And I'm like, But I need to learn to eat slower anyways. Okay, number 7. Oh, have you been really open about my surgery to other people?
I have recently. I think recently you've posted more pictures on Facebook and tagged me in them. And people see them and they ask, man, your wife looks great and all this. And I have, and I always explain to people, because they'll ask what you're doing. They always go, what's she doing? And, I'll tell them, that she had surgery. And I was like, that was like the first step. And then the rest of it's been all our hard work.
That's cool. So have you had any negative responses at all?
No.
I think I've only had one, but now I kind of got where I wasn't telling people as much about it. But I will say, recently, I've been with him recently, and he'll show pictures and get excited, and it's cute. Okay. So, do you think with my weight loss that I have gotten more attitude, or that I've changed?
No. One of my friends, I remember when she first had the surgery, one of my friends said, he had known several people that had surgery before, and he said, they were all really, like, depressed about their weight, and, you could see them change, and he said, I don't understand how she could be any more bubbly or self-confident than she already is, even after surgery. So, I don't feel like your attitude has changed, really.
I've always been a handful.
The thing that changed to me was I get tickled watching you look at old pictures.
Oh, yeah. Well, because it's so weird because I didn't know. I knew, but I didn't know. Obviously I was big, but I just didn't know. So it's weird. We are at 9 minutes, so I'm going to stop this and we'll do a part dos. Okay, bye.